And we begin the 6 o'clock hour with breaking news in San Jacinto County. A wildfire burning near FM 1725 and also Brooks Road. This is from our cameras there on the ground, and you can see the flames and the smoke filling the sky there. This is a heavily wooded area. The Texas A&M Forest Service says the 200-acre fire is uncontained. There are water drops that we are seeing being carried out. And we know on the ground there are multiple agencies responding to this fire. Fortunately, no reports of any structures at risk as of now. And joining us on the phone this evening is Jason Millsaps. He is the chief of staff for the Montgomery County judge. That is Mark Kehoe. Jason, thank you for joining us. Please tell us about the fire and the current state of what's burning.
Mia, good evening. I'm here assisting the San Jacinto County Office of Emergency Management as the emergency manager for Montgomery County. We bring mutual aid to our neighbors anytime they need it. So we're up here assisting them. Currently, 200 acres is the confirmed amount based on air attack above. They believe the estimated size at this time is 400 acres with zero containment. The Texas Forest Service is on the ground with several bulldozers. We do have several air assets dropping water at this time. Unfortunately, wind and relative humidity are not on our side for fire attack, but we're making some progress in getting a handle on this. There are a couple structures threatened, but none harmed at this time. They have been evacuated, and an additional 15 or so homes in San Jacinto County have been evacuated. The county judge here in San Jacinto County has started the process of opening up the shelter in Cold Springs. That should open before 8 o'clock tonight for those affected residents. And there are several fire departments here from around the San Jacinto County area assisting with structure protection and working with the Forest Service to try to get a handle on this fire.
So, Jason, how are they attacking this fire, especially with the intense winds that we're seeing out there?
So air operations will be dropping water. They'll be tankering water from overhead and dropping water. The other way to fight fire in this case is to get a line around it. So that's what the dozers are for. They'll be going around and drawing protection lines around this to try to contain this fire. And so those are the two options that we're using at this time. The firefighters on the ground are basically here to ensure no structures are damaged in this process, and they are protecting those structures. If fire encroaches on them, they'll protect those structures.
I know, Jason, from the video that we've seen at least one home. You referenced that there are about 15 homes in that area. Describe for us the area. This is heavily wooded. Is it mostly forest? Is there some residential?
There are some residents in this area. It is heavily wooded, heavily forested area. There's some prairie grass and fields in the area as well. It is not too far from the Montgomery County line. I just spoke to Judge Kehoe a few minutes ago to keep him in the loop. As this does move in the eastern direction, it's no threat to Montgomery County residents this time, but they could see some smoke from it, especially later this evening as the temperatures cool down. The smoke will lay lower to the ground. And so we're keeping a watchful eye on it as well from the Montgomery County side, and are prepared to step in if we have to. But yes, this is a rural area, very heavily wooded, and they are several homeowners are concerned, but there are numerous agencies out here doing their very best to make sure any structures are protected and not harmed by the fire.
So, Jason, last question for you here. What are the concerns that you guys have going into the night?
The winds at this time, we spot forecast does not show the winds dying down before 2 a.m., so we're going to continue to be battling this blaze well into the night with the winds. However, the relative humidity is expected to rise every hour through the evening. That will assist us as the behavior will start to diminish, and we'll be able to get a better handle on it.
Jason Millsaps, we know you have your hands full right now with this fire. We appreciate your time. Please continue to keep us updated.
We want to get to meteorologist Pat Kavlin. Pat, there's an elevated wildfire risk in effect right now.
Yeah, so we've had this elevated risk for a while now, and this is what we've been talking about. I just want to talk a little bit about the images that we're seeing of this fire. And one thing that really stands out to me is how low to the ground this smoke is staying. And anyone that's in this area or downwind of this fire in Liberty County is likely noticing this too. You're smelling the smoke and you're seeing it a lot easier. if you're even far away from this fire. And the reason why it's staying so low to the ground is because the winds are strong. We don't have a lot of aerial photos to show you, at least right now, but we do have a live chopper shot coming up in just a bit. Let's get back to the graphics. We'll talk more about what we're seeing here. As I believe his name was Jason just mentioned, winds are very strong out there, and you could see that the winds are taking this smoke down towards the south and east. So it's taking it away from Montgomery County and into more rural areas into Liberty County, which is the good news, but it is kind of hugging the ground out towards the East Tex Freeway, so it may be impacting visibility there. Certainly going to be impacting air quality around the Cleveland area, but there's the center of the fire. You can see it's parallel to FM 1725. Over 200 acres burned so far. No containment on this at the moment. As Marcelino mentioned, there is a fire danger in effect for a good part of the state. And on a local level, the biggest fire danger was actually west of the city. This fire is north and east of the city. Basically, what this map is showing us is where conditions are the most ripe for wildfire development and wildfire spread. Doesn't mean that fires can't develop outside of this area, and we're seeing that up in San Jacinto County. Wind gusts have really been a problem today in terms of fire spread, generally between 20 and 30 miles per hour. But notice the winds are stronger the farther west you go. We do see them drop off out towards the east, but still, it's the humidity that's the problem. As he mentioned, we're seeing humidity values still under the 20% range for a lot of areas, but as we go through the overnight and the air temperature cools and gets closer to the dew point temperature, these numbers start to go up and fire behavior starts to become a little less treacherous. And hopefully by that point, firefighters are going to be able to get a good handle on things. We'll talk more about how the fire danger is looking in the coming days, and we'll have your full forecast in just a few minutes.
We certainly hope it lowers. Until then, we're going to stay on top of things and continue to follow this wildfire closely. Thank you so much, Pat. We have a crew heading that way right now out to San Jacinto County. A reminder, you can always find the very latest developments on air and also on KHOU.com.